All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing? Please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button if you're rocking with the content. Let's take it to high-profile rappers having to deal with high-profile judges. First and foremost, let's go to Philadelphia. Meek Millie. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court finally made a decision on Tuesday in regards to Meek Mill's request to remove Judge Janice Brinkley from his case. For those who don't know who Judge Janice Brinkley is, she's fought hard to keep Meek Mill behind bars for what she believes is disrespect and clear blatant probation violations for people, and I'm summarizing here. And if Meek wasn't a high-profile rapper, he wouldn't have the luxury of being out of incarceration for some of his probation violations. That's her feeling. Now, the request to remove Judge Janice Brinkley on Tuesday was denied, and not only was it denied, the court actually has instructed Meek and his team to start the appeals process with the Superior Court of Pennsylvania. So if they want to get Janice Brinkley removed from this case, it won't happen with the Supreme. It's gonna have to happen with the Superior Court. Now, Meek Mill's attorney Joe Tekashi did give a statement. He said, while the Pennsylvania Supreme Court declined to immediately hear our application to reassign Meek's case to a new judge, we understand the court wants us to go through the normal course of appeals to the Superior Court, and we intend to do that. So Meek and his team were trying to get things done quicker, and they were trying to break protocol a little bit. And that court was like, nah. Supreme was like, nah, you got to go to the Superior, do everything on the up and ups like you're supposed to. Now, Meek did give his statement. He said, I'm grateful that my legal team will have the opportunity to present a thorough appeal to the Superior Court of Pennsylvania and make sure my case will be heard in a fair and balanced manner. The reason why it's so pivotal for Meek to try to get Judge Janice Brinkley off his case is because he believes she's too invested in his case. He claims behind chambers one time, just to kind of paint who Meek thinks and how he believes this judge is too invested. One time behind chambers, according to Meek, Judge Janice Brinkley asked Meek Mill to make a song about her, kind of a boys to men on bended knees type ode, and also to leave the management that he's with right now, being managed by Jay-Z and Roc Nation, and go join a local management in Philadelphia with one of her friends. That's what Meek claims. I can't confirm that. It was obviously unrecorded, right? But that's what Meek claims, which, you know, he's saying anybody that's that invested in your personal life doesn't need to be on your case. And he's right about that. We just don't know if it's true or not, what he's saying. So again, Meek's going to have to take that bad boy to the Superior Court if he wants to get Judge Janice Brinkley off their case. I doubt he gets her off the case, which is going to create a conflict of interest of 2019 because she's going to lock him up. He's currently free on bails during his appeals process. She wants him behind bars. Now, let's move on to Tekashi 6ix9ine. He, too, is dealing with a judge and problems in the legal system. Man, rappers and court and rappers, it just never ends, right? Tekashi 6ix9ine, we're not talking about the sexual assault case in which Tekashi 6ix9ine will be in court in October for. We're actually talking about something that happened earlier this year, I believe, in January. There's a fan who claims Tekashi 6ix9ine in Houston, Texas at the Galleria Mall choked him, right? The fan is claiming that he was taking a cell phone video of Tekashi. When Tekashi turned around, ordered him to erase the video, the kid claims, and the kid's only 16, that at that point Tekashi grabbed him by the neck and proceeded to choke him a tad bit. Now, if Tekashi, again, with some of the things that Tekashi has going on outside of this case, meaning that sexual assault case with the minor, if he's proved guilty in this choking case, it can only add to time that he'll have to serve in the future. So you don't want that there, right? Now, what Tekashi's big thing is with this case is he doesn't want the judge in court calling him by his rap name. He does not want to be Tekashi 6ix9ine in court. He wants to be called by his government name, which is Daniel Hernandez, right? He don't want to be called Tekashi. Reason being is because he looks at it like, if I'm Tekashi in court, y'all gonna try to use my name, use my celebrity in a derogatory way. Y'all are going to have this jury looking at me crazy as this rapper with the tattoos on. He already got the tattoos on his face and the 6ix9ine on his head. You're going to have people looking at me funny and putting me in the stereotype as just another rapper. Tekashi and his team want to be judged as Daniel Hernandez. They want this case to be heard fairly and justly. So he's requesting to the judge that you do not use his stage name, Tekashi 6ix9ine, inside of this court for this Houston situation. We will see if that is something that he is granted. I generally think that is what they do. They use your government name, but every now and then prosecution will bring up the fact that this is a high profile person if they're dealing with somebody like that. Tekashi and his team are trying to get that thrown out so it could just be a human versus a human. And hopefully that will help Tekashi's case. He's going to be like, yo, I'm just a human being. I was in the mall and somebody came up in my face with a camera. That helps his case more than the prosecution saying, yo, it was just a fan who loved the rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine's music who was trying to get a picture. So again, this is Tekashi and his team trying to ploy a way to find themselves out of a bad situation in which there's a kid claiming that he choked them. Thank y'all for the time, love, and support. Updates on Meek Mill and Tekashi 6ix9ine as they're both dealing with judges. Don't judge me. I'm out. What up, Pharaohs? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way, you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere, and you guys can also send me some of your music as well, and you will get Mr. TALIAFERRO'S first reaction to your record for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platform's music for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Again, that's Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, and you get more of yours truly.